I watched the first couple episodes of Loki. It's pretty good.
I've
It's
been
my
meaning
I've
to.
favorite.
heard good things about that.
Yeah, it's definitely the best one of the Marvel shows I think so far.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining. I'm the what's the actor's name? Tom Hiddleston, is that right?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
like him.
Yeah, he is incredibly charming and infuriating. He plays the character very, very well. I don't know if he's like that in person. I'm sure he's lovely, but he definitely makes me, every time I see him, I definitely think like, yeah, you're charming, but you're also a bag of dicks.
He should run for Senate.
Oh yeah, he could be a governor at least.
So 100%.
I finally watched the Mitchells versus the Robots or the Machines. I can't remember the title of it. But it's, what is it? Is it Sony that did that? But it's a new movie. It's the same. Whoever did the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I'm pretty sure that's Sony.
Oh yeah.
And it's the same, like, I think directors that did Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And it's a really good movie, and visually it's really stunning. Like, they do some really cool things with the art style, let's say, of that movie that, like, I think are very interesting and fresh. But the one thing I couldn't shake was that it was like it was the same story, like the same emotional journey from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is my dad doesn't understand me. And that was like when I started thinking of it in those terms, I'm like, oh, this is the same movie. But it's a fun watch. It's a different context and it's really fun. But
and it's Netflix. Okay, I'll check that out.
It's a pretty good movie. It's long. It's like
I like Spider-Verse, a Lego movie.
Yeah.
What's up, Travis?
Travis, I'm sorry. Were you waiting?
It's all good.
Okay.
I'm dying.
Oh no.
I don't know. I can't like move and I feel like I'm gonna puke. It happened like at like 5:30. I rode the Peloton, had a shower, and then got out. And I don't feel very good at all. So
no.
I'm going to hang on as long as I can and waiting for Kinder to get home to bring me down. Pepto, I think.
Bring you down or put you down?
I'm freezing.
Weird.
So I'll try and hang on.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I had like sour milk today by Aqua. I thought it was good. I don't know if that's it.
Bummer.
Yeah. But I can't lie down. Sitting up is fine. If I lie down, I start to feel even more nauseous. So I'm in a really as long as I don't move.
So weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you that you make it through.
I will do it. Yeah.
Hopefully you don't puke on stream, although who knows, that might bring us more viewers.
I got my puke bag, don't worry.
Oh my gosh. Have you been traveling a lot again?
Just to Texas last week.
We all know how safe Texas is.
Yeah. Oops. It hurts to laugh. Leave me alone.
I'm sorry. So I know Luke will be joining us a little bit later, and we can have mini recap when he shows up. But let's see. I have the recap pulled up on my phone because our computers are being jerks, as they do. But from the last time we played, which was about 2 weeks ago, I believe, y'all arrived at the port. Dwarves built a port, destroyed. It was destroyed in an earthquake during the Dwarf Elf Wars. It's a mess. Let's see. Only area not military. It looks ruined as much as inhabited. So it's just like this hodgepodge of inhabited areas and like just pure rubble. Go away. Notification. Nobody greeted you, but you definitely felt like you were being watched as you entered. You found a tavern. Sir Lawrence, the cat mount of Miltiades the Mightyful, went kind of doing some scouting. You found a local nasty pub with like basically 3 walls instead of 4. They were serving like, you know, alcohol that would be looked down on it like by prison brewers. And it was all monster folk in there playing dice games. There was a dapper orc in a vest who was basically in charge of the dice games, and he was a barker, but also like kind of being an insult comic at the same time. Let's see, Kiffin, Merrick lose money, Miltiades, I want to say broke even. Somebody broke
I think
even.
so.
Let's see. And then after all of the gambling took place, you all effectively asked the dapper orc, hey, where can we find a boat? And after a little bit of back and forth, the orc said, hey, go to this place and find this guy, and he is looking to sell a boat. You talk to him and he's your guy. Let's see, and I'm looking for the name of said guy.
It's down there somewhere. It's
And that's on me because I forgot. Because I do that.
Trenton?
That's right, Trenton.
Milstead.
Yes. So you all went to this this hoity-toity, the only building that looks like it's been upkept in the last 200 years. Human Inn, that's like almost exclusively for humans. Let's see, you go and talk to him. I don't want to miss, but there was a big, huge info dump on the Pontifex Maximus. Had a meteoric rise of power in this area that is called the Old Kingdoms, gathering monsters to overthrow human kingdoms that are in the neighboring lands, bring glory to the area. Now has colonies in many cities and has infamy. He has cursed, killed, and conquered his way through the Old Kingdoms. Formerly enslaved monster races are happy to take on human slaves under the Pontifex. And so like it's all about like gathering a giant army of monsters who are disgruntled with humans. Followers wear the symbol of a hooded crown. And let's
Hooded,
see.
not horned.
That was horned. I'm sorry, I misread that.
Well, no, I'm just checking if I did it.
No, and you were completely right. I was like, as I was reading it, I was like, hooded. What does that even mean? It's like, no, it's horned. Yes. Quick Iron and Fox, 2 Western Empire agents found you, spoke with you. While they were talking to you, there was this weird kind of like thing going on around you, almost as if you were trapped in some kind of like a weird stasis bubble. They were basically saying, hey, we're here to take down the Pontifex. We want to work with you. We are from the Western Empire. We know that we're a completely like kind of humanocentric place, but we also know that the Pontifex is bad for everybody, so please work with us. Long story short, you all kind of grudgingly agreed because you're basically on the same side. It sounds like you have a healthy skepticism about the situation, though. Let's see, after you talk to Quick Draw and Fox, or Quick Iron and Fox, let's see. Oh, and so I was wrong. They were the ones that told you about the boat with Trenton. So they sent you in that direction. You went and found Trenton. Trenton was, at least on the surface, like as nice as can be, very accommodating, like, hey, I would love to give you a boat. Please let me give you a boat. But first you got to go into this tomb and get this thing for me. You guys were like, why don't you? And he was like, we came to slay giants and we don't have dungeon stuff. And there was a lot of back and forth, a lot of distrust of Trenton and his motives, ulterior or otherwise. And ultimately you decided, okay, we'll go to this thing anyways and find out. And if we want to steal the boat, we'll steal the boat. So again, a lot of back and forth, but ultimately you go to the tomb, you plummet a little bit, you figure out that there are these ghosts of the past you can't interact with that are talking about things that happened hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. You solve a dwarven riddle to get in. You find a barracks full of dwarves that you think died of old age, mostly. You find some treasure. Let's see. You find the throne room where the item, it's was it a hammer or an axe?
Axe.
An axe. The axe that Trenton was seeking was like basically hanging over the throne room. You all figure out how to do a relay race to get the axe out of the dungeon, which you do. And you believe that two of the stone guardians that animated from the throne room could potentially be chasing you for a very long time. And let's see. So all of that.
How important is the connection to Trenton's friend who's being held by giants?
So that's a little bit of an interesting Easter egg.
Yes.
So Trenton did come to help his dear friend, who is, and I'm just blanking because my brain doesn't work so good these days.
Rystrom Cages.
Rystrom Kedges, who is an inveterate author, cartographer, and historian who went missing in the Mount Nimro area very recently. And so Trenton has come out to try and rescue his friend. He's not sure if he's alive or dead, but he needs this axe to go out there and effectively intimidate the giants into giving him back. That's his plan. And that's still kind of sketchy, but that's what you know about the situation. That's what you know about Trenton, at least on the surface. But yes, Rystrom Kedges is a very famous figure. He'd be like a David Attenborough type, is I think how I described him.
Nice.
So you've left the tomb. You have the axe. You have some choices to make that I know. Let me see. Edward would have a lot of strong opinions about, but
Well, he's not here, is he?
Exactly, but at least for now, y'all have some leeway in deciding what are you going to do with this axe. How are you going to approach the situation with the boat? Will you talk to Trenton or will you leave him in the lurch? It's completely up to you.
Well, I think that at the very least we've got to figure out as much as we can about this here axe. If it's something that's, I don't know, potentially evil, I don't think we should give it to anybody. If it's
Yes.
potentially good for us, I don't know. We did give the man our word that we give it to him.
I'm of two minds on this. Yes, I don't know if we should give it to him on one hand. On the other hand, I think we should definitely give it to him so those stone golems stop chasing us.
Wasn't there
Oh,
someone
right.
in town that could tell us about this?
There very likely is.
I think
That's a good idea.
to find out more about the axe before
Right.
we go back. I'm
Yeah,
still
precisely.
willing to give it back to him and get rid of it.
Well, the axe had a name, didn't it?
Yeah, it's
Axel Rose.
it should be
Sounds about right.
the
It is.
Ogre Slayer.
Ogre Slayer.
That's right, the
It's a
Ogre Slayer.
storied axe, the Ogre Slayer. So we should find out more about the axe itself. The stone things are still following us. But we could figure out a way to get all the gemstones out of that tomb that could finance us forever. Like, I don't know how money driven, if we ever break all these curses, it might be nice to have a little nest egg.
The axe would sell for a pretty penny.
The axe itself, so we don't even need the gemstones.
The gemstones too. Yeah, absolutely. All of the above.
That's what I'm saying. Like all the stuff in the tomb that he said we could have.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Do we
All of it is your-
wanna- Is there somewhere we can stash it, or can we seal the tomb to get back to? Or
I want to say that you had already sealed the tomb, like you had done something to the.
Yeah,
to
do
the
so-
Yeah, we
Yeah.
kind of closed up the entrance, right? So they at least would have a longer time getting out.
So that the dwarves had a harder time getting out, and so people will have a harder time getting in.
That
Well,
seems
no,
to-
just the golems will have a harder time getting out and chasing us. Like we sealed it behind us, didn't we?
that was my understanding. Yeah.
We barricaded it or something, I think.
I can't remember what video game it is, but I'm picturing these things as being like these like stomping, like jumping stone things that can barely move. But I don't know if that's correct.
I think they've got something like that in most of the Zelda games, but I know.
Yeah.
Zelda-
Oh, yeah. That's exactly it. Yep. You got it.
So we have the axe ogre slayer. So I left us with questions that we've exited the tomb, we acquired the axe, we could be rich from the gemstones. We need to know who are Fox and Quick Iron, what are Trenton's intentions, what is up with the axe, what is the strange nature of the curses, and why are all of us tied to Pontifex?
That sounds about right.
Right.
Trenchins, nice.
And by the way, don't anybody forget, everybody starts with an inspiration. You just can't use it on yourself.
Nice.
Didn't we level up at the end as well?
Yeah,
Yeah, level 2.
big stuff.
Excellent.
I'm up
Does
to
anybody-
10 hit
Does
points.
anybody need any guidance in getting to level 2?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Hold on.
Oh no, my D&D Beyond just errored out weird.
Maybe the internet is dying. There have been like days where it's like, oh, no internet today, y'all.
Yeah, weird.
And
Okay,
remind
it's
me,
back.
what class are you, Mirik? You're a blood hunter, right?
I am. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
getting a whole bunch of crap. I get to pick a fighting style. Ooh.
Those are fun.
Okay, well, I think let's hang on to the axe for now. Try and find someone in town or like a library that we could do some research, maybe. And see
Agreed.
what that thing's about, and then maybe also see if we can get any dirt on Trent.
Absolutely.
I could.
So you want to find, what do you want to find?
So I think we gotta find like either someone or like a library to see if we could figure out or if anyone knows anything about this axe. But then also find out if anyone knows about this Trent guy, what his true intentions are, as Ishso.
So it's not especially
Aptly
difficult
put
to
it.
get back to town. You don't have to worry about any random encounters. You are back on the outskirts of town, which it's still as dirty and grimy and rubbly as it was when you left it. Let's see. But in fact, did I make a? No, I didn't. Well, let's just move it to this map. Because no, I mean you're in town. You're kind of like leaving the more ruined areas, but you walk into more of the town proper. People seem to give you space. Nobody's really nobody really seems to mess with you or like give you the stink eye like they had initially. But now you just do get that weird sensation that something's following you, but it's not like a person. As
So
you
we're
get
still
back,
feeling that weird pressure.
not from Quick Iron and Fox, but now you think it's something that you felt more accurately in the dwarven tomb area.
Right, because that feeling that we got from Quick Iron and Fox, that was because they had like cast some sort of spell to like keep people from hearing us, right?
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Um,
As
well, I guess
we're
just
heading
a
back.
little more cursed now.
Oh yeah, most definitely. As we're heading back, I want to ask my companions here, like, so you know that moment when I shot at one of them golems, I totally whiffed the shot, just missed it by like a mile. But any of you else feel like a rumbling in the ground when that happened?
No.
I don't believe so.
Because it was the damnedest thing. I felt like this rumbling in the ground, and then my bullet ricocheted off the stone and then just blew apart one of them ghosts. And I got the chills all up in me. And I don't think I'm supposed to be able to get chills. That I don't have blood or nothing.
So you felt a rumbling in the ground when your shot went astray, but it destroyed the ghosts.
Yeah, it ricocheted off and like it was guided there or something. I don't know. I mean, that's what happened, Ish, right? There was
yeah.
okay. Yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to make sure. I don't know if y'all felt it or something.
Was this when I was like writing on you?
Writing on? Were you writing on me?
I think I was like clinging to the side of you at some point last time.
I think yeah, you probably were still on me. Yeah, you jumped on me and we escaped the throne room, I think.
So I guess would I have felt that? Or was that when I was like running when I would like use Mage Hand and we were all running out?
I would say that everybody felt it.
Okay.
So we did feel it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So maybe that wasn't me. Well, that doesn't usually happen. I don't know. That's just weird. Weird shit.
Not sure if I've ever felt anything like that.
So as you all are kind of figuring out your next plans and kind of having a conversation walking through the, cleared out causeways of the outer rims of the rim of the city, you are approached by a strange looking man who's like kind of more hunched over than you would imagine anyone being. And as he gets closer, he's got this big fedora and trench coat on, and finally looks up at all of you and goes, "Hey, what say all of you talk to me about a real quick deal?" And as he like kind of pushes the fedora back a little bit, you see that he is a rat, but like a human sized, like maybe 5'2" rat.
I know the feeling. Well,
all right.
What's your name, friend?
Hey, that's pretty good. Not too many people really care to ask me that. They call me Crenshaw when they call me anything at all.
All right, Crenshaw. Well, speaking rat to rat, what is this task you have?
I know this will sound corny, but I got some pretty big ears, and I like to keep them to the ground. Little birdie told me that you all might have some kind of a fancy axe.
Yeah. Sorry, friend Crenshaw. I don't see what that has to do with corn.
You're pretty good for a fellow with no facial features. That's a really good joke there.
I turned to Miltiades. I'm like, I still don't understand.
I'll explain it later.
What is your interest in the axe?
I want to buy it off of you.
Why?
Well, it's one of those things where people talk. One of the things they're talking about right now is that there might be a big old war between the humans and the giants. Them folk down in Mount Nimro, they're making some kind of a big fuss, like they're going to be coming into the human lands and tearing things up. They're even trying to get alliances up here. It's the craziest thing. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that axe of yours is going to be quite a bit of collateral. Giants will want it to keep it out of the humans' hands. Humans are going to want it to use it against the giants. There's going to be a bunch of other people who are going to want to try and sell it to both sides multiple times if possible. You're looking at one of them right now.
Well, I hate to say it, but we didn't actually end up getting that axe. It's still down there buried in the earth.
Do you want to give me a deception check?
Sure. All right.
Yeah, he falls for it. He's like, oh man, well, I guess that's the last time I'll trust that little kid. That's all right.
Well, we'll tell you exactly where it is. You just have to get through some rocks, kill these 2 stone golems. They'll be yours.
Well, I got a question before you leave, my right friend. Do you know anyone by the name of Trent?
Trenton. Yeah.
Trenton,
I know that
right.
name. He tried to get me to go get the axe for him. Is really the only reason I know about it. That was probably his first mistake. First thing I did was started selling the information about. Well, that part's not important. Anyways, the thing about this Trenton guy, he's not like y'all. He actually strikes me like one of the most naive people I've ever met. Really good intentioned. Seems like he really wants to help his friend, but he is in over his head. Let me tell you. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about stealing his boat later. Y'all in?
Quite possibly.
Yeah, we definitely have a compatriot that's interested.
All about stealing the boat.
You said that Trenton was quite naive. What was his line of work before he was going into fight a bunch of giants?
Oh, that's the best part. He's one of them pampered nobles. Probably never worked a real honest day of work in his life. Born with a platinum spoon in his mouth. You know how it. I mean, you do know how it is, don't you?
Yeah.
Are you talking to me? Because I'm made of metal.
You said it, not me.
Is that another one of his jokes?
Look, buddy, I'm sure that any joke I say won't go over your head because you'll catch it. Your reflexes are too good.
I mean, they are, but anyway, yeah. Sorry, we can't help you with that there axe, but I don't know. Maybe you can tell us where to find you if we're looking to steal a boat.
Hi, Kendra.
He actually hands you like a little origami rat, and he says, "Yeah, you just crush this, and I'll be able to find you."
And where do you want to go with this boat?
Well, to be quite honest, away from here, opportunities here are good, but it is shank or be shanked.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Rat life, I understand.
So he wants to steal a boat, not Trenton's boat.
He's willing to steal any boat, but like Trenton's an easy mark. That's the way he's kind of painting him out to be.
Oh, I was thinking too. Okay. Well, yeah.
Well, isn't Trenton just going to give us the boat?
Again,
if we give him the axe.
Completely the thing, yeah. Give him the axe. You could fool him too, because he even said, like, if you go and try and come back, I'll be cool with that too. He was trying to be real, like, he was trying to be real cool, like, the cool substitute teacher. It's like, all right, guys, come on, just well, let's get through this class and maybe we can watch a movie last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Trenton is a real pushover. He's not exactly he doesn't play hardball.
Nice.
Okay, and our rat friend, what was his name again? Sorry.
Crenshaw.
Crenshaw. Crenshaw. We've got a few trinkets that seem a bit of interest. You know anyone who might be able to research or identify them for us?
I just so happen to be a aficionado of such important artifacts, and he like takes like how a trench coat kind of has like that part that you can just kind of like
Yeah.
the lapels, I guess you would say.
Mm-hmm. Well, how are you with perhaps magical items? Like, tell us exactly what they do.
Yeah, I could do that for just a little nominal fee. 10 gold per item. It's a steal, really.
Well, you know what? Never mind. We'll crush the paper rat if we come across any more. We don't want to do piecemeal. Perhaps we can get a few more together and then we do it all in bulk. Save us a little coin. You'll make us a deal, right? You'll make us a deal.
Oh, I'll make you such a deal.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay, well, I don't know. We'll crush the rat if we need you.
It was nice to meet you, Crenshaw.
Yeah, you all you take it sleazy. And he like scampers into the rubble.
So like is that race of rats like rat people are like a known race?
Yeah, so especially in the old kingdoms, there is a race of rat people called ratkin, specifically as well.
Okay, ratkin, cool.
And they're pretty prolific. They're like everywhere, but they're mostly concentrated here in the old kingdoms. And what I would say, especially you, Miltiades, you would know that they are the primary worshippers of a god named Kirgi.
Kirgi. Okay.
And Kirgi is kind of like one of the chief trickster gods of the Palladium world. Kirgi has made enemies of like every other pantheon there is. He doesn't belong to any pantheon because no one will have him. And he'll go out and play pranks on gods and people and dragons and anyone he can. He's pranked. So he's just seen as this like kind of chaotic mischief being that like will always go around just being as unpredictable and jerky as possible.
Nice. I was thinking to myself, man, that was a cool guy.
Well, see,
what a good looking guy.
I did not expect him to be able to identify magical items. I was hoping he can point us to someone who might be able to look at that axe and.
Yeah, I was like, did we get other stuff? Darn.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it didn't work out so well on that part, but we have a paper rat, so.
Yeah. If we need to go, what? Yeah, I guess. What time of day is it right now?
It is late afternoon, so it's like 5 or 6. The sun is like threatening to set any half hour now.
Nice. Okay. Well, let's should we tavern? Or
So are we gonna, I guess we need to decide if we're gonna talk to Trenton or not. And if we talk to him, I mean, we can probably talk him into just giving us the boat. I don't think we need to steal it or be jerks about it.
we'll bring it back.
Yeah, because we don't really need to keep the boat. We were just looking to do some fishing, and now we got a big ass axe and a boat that we get to keep if we want, I imagine.
Do you want to go talk to Trenton about that?
Just trick him into giving us both? Or
We're not going to tell him we have the axe.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. That's all we didn't get
Until
it.
we know more about it.
Should we go to
Or-
a library?
Yeah, should we first try and find out more about the axe? Is there like a weapons shop in town, perhaps?
Yeah, there's plenty of those.
Well, from Crenshaw, it doesn't. I think a lot of people talk in this town. I don't know if we
That's
want to be
true.
showing
Well, we don't-
anyone
yeah.
that we have this. If we can do research
so-
ourselves.
Before you go and talk to people, can I have someone make me a history check? Anybody, really?
I think I'm pretty good.
I'm a +2. Not great.
I'm
I got a
plus
+1.
I got 3.
Not
I do
bad. Not bad. Ooh, All right, Miltiades.
wanna-
I mean
I,
that's the win, unless somebody else wants to try it. But Miltiades, you know that there is another ruined segment of this town that has what the dwarves had as a library. It is all cuneiform, so there's not a book to open. These are all clay tablets that have been inscribed with dwarven runes. Did we figure out last time that somebody spoke with dwarven or like even just halfling?
no, but I did. Well,
Or
I guess we're
Gnomish.
taking a long try. I speak Gnomish.
Okay, so it would be tricky, but you could kind of make it out because they use similar alphabets.
Yeah, I guess we haven't taken a long rest, but I did add comprehend languages to my spells
That's perfect.
from when we leveled up. So it's like we're gonna need that.
Yeah, that's always a good idea.
Perfect. I mean, do you want to go to the stone library?
I think so. Let's go
All
see if
right.
we can-
Yeah.
It takes just a little bit more time to go over there. You see what used to be some human structures that were built here some dozens of years ago as they tried to research this stone library and then were chased away by the monster races. So you have heard some apocryphal stories about how the human researchers were either chased away or killed. But here are their structures that they built as this temporary kind of shelter while they researched the library itself. Going into the library, it's been mostly untouched. Most of the monster races here, no judgment call against them, had no reason to go in here and really bother with the dwarven histories and tales that were written in here. But as you start walking through these old halls, breathing in more than your share of dust and debris, going through with complete darkness except for any light that you bring, you notice that there are several prominent pillars of stone that are built to support the ceiling here that are themselves books, if you will, that have been inscribed completely with dwarven histories and stories and so on. So I'm going to need an investigation check. Anybody who would like to.
That's me. I have a good.
Nice.
I'll throw some in
I have
there as
plus
well.
3 with advantage.
Ooh,
And-
advantage.
Merrick, yeah, advantage. Merrick,
Nice.
your training as a blood hunter has culminated into things like this: the disposal of cursed and dangerous weapons, the destruction of monsters that threaten the good folk of the world, and so on. This is your bread and butter. So go ahead and oh my goodness, that's another natural 20. Almost as if by instinct or by some sixth sense, you are drawn immediately to what appears to be some kind of like cylindrical shelf. And within that shelf, there are even further cylinders just set into these little stone inset areas. And as you start pulling a handful, you notice that they are denoted in the Dwarven language to be like Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. And you have recovered 10 volumes of these cuneiform tablets. They're these little, well, I shouldn't say little, they're like scroll-sized cylinders that you kind of sort of have to read almost with your fingertips. You may have a difficult time reading them, but you've at least identified them perfectly. And you believe that this has been, these 10 volumes describe some of the most dangerous weapons that were made during the Dwarf Elf Wars.
Oh,
And this contains information on other weapons, but also on the Ogre Slayer.
Cool.
wow. That was
Should I
pretty good
cast
work
the
there.
comprehend languages to understand it?
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
So I have to be touching it.
Yeah, I would say because you can hear and see and understand language, I would say touch would work as well. So you're kind of like feeling the words and understanding everything that they're saying. it takes you a little bit of browsing with your fingertips to figure out like where it is. And finally, you read the passage detailing the Ogre Slayer. The information on the Ogre Slayer is that the dwarves had created it not so much to slay giant folk, but to intimidate them. It is devastatingly powerful against giants. So one swing of the axe would do more damage than a small army of human fighters would to a giant. But its primary power and more powerful effect is to force giants to obey someone who has the axe.
Wow.
Well, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, seems quite devastating.
We should not give this back.
I know. Well, here's the thing. Now that we know,
Rescue his friend.
what was that? Sorry.
He wants to use it to rescue his friend. Clearly.
Well, here's my thinking on that. Now that we know more about the weapon itself and how it's not just good at killing giants, but what if you don't want to kill them? Perhaps you want to use them. I think our next
Very
goal is to
powerful.
find more about this Trenton figure, because it would be really easy to say, I'm going out there to find my friend, but while you're really just looking to get you some giants to fight for you or something. I don't know. It seems like a good idea to learn more about this man than we do. Figure it can't hurt.
Agreed.
Or maybe, yeah. Can we try and maybe convince him that we should just go help his friend and keep the axe?
I think that's
That'll tell of his intentions, I believe.
that makes more sense to me. But like, what do we care about this friend of his?
Well,
So-
and even
That's
as
true, too.
experienced as we are, I mean, look at us. I don't think we're exactly the giant fighting type, even with this axe.
That's true too. I don't think I could lift the thing.
Yeah, we're a little wet behind the ears yet.
One thing that you may care about, if not this explorer dude, is that if you were to offer help to Trenton, he would pay you handsomely. Like you think he's just like giving money away to try and get this done, and he would extend that to you all as well. So I mean, if
Right.
you want,
Is this gonna help us?
got it.
Yeah, he's a bit of a dandy.
Help the cursed. I
Yeah.
guess
So
making money. would
yeah,
help.
what have they done for us lately? What could we get out of this that would help us learn more about our persons?
Or like,
Like, why did this quick Iron and Fox people want us to hook up with Trenton? How is that connected to the Pontifex? I think there's a trail here.
There is,
Yeah.
and Quick Iron and Fox did make some kind of allusion to the fact that this seems to be in the cards for you. Whatever that means, that boat is apparently in your future. Why they would know something like that is unclear, but they made it sound like they knew, hey, that's where you're supposed to go. That's where fate has ordained that you will go.
The golden loofah? No, what was it? The
Radiant Luffy.
Radiant
radiant loofah is where our fate rests.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, that is auspicious indeed.
smooth sailing.
Are we able to call on
At least
Quick Iron and
exfoliating.
Fox? Or do they just
Can
appear?
if you want to, yeah. They made it seem like you could make contact with them if you wanted to. In fact, did they give you an item or not? I can't remember.
I don't believe so.
Okay, I might be mixing up games, but no worries.
I think that might be our best option. Let's just talk this guy into letting us. Well, yeah, but then how does it help us with the Pontifex? Did he say where his friend was being held? Was it in the Ogre Warrens?
The Giants have him in the area of Mount Nimrod.
No,
Yeah,
that's right,
if you-
Nimrod.
if you look on this map, you all are in the port of Lost Voyages. I'm just going to draw a quick and dirty line from the port of Lost Voyages. Basically, you'd be going like in this direction off the map for, dozens of miles to get to Mount Nimrod.
What direction? Am I not seeing that?
To the west.
Yeah, did I put you on the right map? Did I forget?
I'm seeing
There's there's a solid red line leading down from the port of Last Voyages.
Okay.
Yeah, past the ogre worm.
Yes.
Okay.
And then to be clear, let me see if we can, just to show you a little bit more in like a top-down method. This might take a second to load. So you all are on this red dot over here in the Old Kingdoms.
Yep.
And you would be going right around here-ish, maybe more like here.
Oh yeah, that's a good track.
The Pontifex is said to be in this mountainous area, right?
That is
the
correct.
red
There's like
dot
a
is?
second red dot.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
We would pass through the Pontifex area to get down.
That's a distance.
We're in
So
the-
it would be like 1,000 miles to get over there.
Right.
And then by ship, we'd have to go all the way through the Sea of Dread. Sounds terrible. And then like around the Horn, basically, to get back up.
Well, and
Well-
that's exactly why Trenton didn't. Like, it's kind of silly, but like the best and easiest way for him, which is not easy at all, was to go here and then travel here. Couldn't really park it in Belgor Wasteland. Wasn't really exactly easy to park it here, and going anywhere in these like areas was just not a good idea.
the Yin Sloth
so-
jungles. Yeah,
Yinsloth jungles are like as dangerous as like a lot of these areas are. Yinsloth jungles are like take everything bad about Australia. Like I shouldn't say bad. Take everything dangerous about Australia and South America and just like mix them together and multiply it by like 3, and that's the Yinsloth jungles. Everything's poison,
Okay.
everything's dangerous. Monsters live there. It's really crazy. There's a giant mutant god walking around that is named Yinsloth. These are his jungles. There's a good chance you might run into him if you go through there. So
Oh.
everything is bad about that.
Hmm.
And that's a digression, but
And what was on Lopan?
oh, Phi and Lopan, those are actually human countries that
Okay.
are these like little inlet, mini continents, or whatever. They're actually not that bad. They're different enough. One of them is worse than the other, and we could get into that, at some
Okay.
point. But if you're human, you're good. Probably.
We were
don't-
just talking about it because it was named after David Lopan from.
Yeah, I don't know
China.
what Phi is, but I was talking to like if you look further northeast, there is in fact an island named Yoda.
Oh, Yoda, that's right. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. I thought there was something on Lopan. We were just talking about all the weird names.
Yes.
So for us to get from where we are, it's just not realistic.
You
Yeah,
you
that's what
can
it sounds like.
you can it's not like it's an impossible journey. It's just difficult, and it would be like a lot of hanging around with Trenton, probably fighting, all manner of crazy things between here and there. It is an adventure, and he would pay you well. Like you would be able to come back and like feed the people of the Cursed Fan many times over, if that still is something that is a goal of any of
But that is still our goal. I mean, we're supposed to bring
Or
food back.
breaking the curse at the end of the day, really. Like,
Right. I
seeing
mean,
if
our
we
Well, I
main
mean-
thing is to
break our
the-
curses.
We need to find out so that's why I want to further explore what Quick Iron and Fox told us.
Mhm.
That like, why are we supposed to be on this boat? and really, I'm still looking at this map. I'm not seeing where the hell we're supposed to take this boat. It makes no sense.
Right, yeah. Do we just go to the
We have to go
Sargasso
all the way around the
Sorrows?
empire. Is there no, like, is there some magic portal or something? Because if we're supposed to be on this boat and that's connected somehow to the Pontifex and us relieving the curses, well, I'm all for doing that as quickly as we possibly can. But like,
Were we supposed to go to the Sargasso of Regret?
It is
I
a
get that
fetch
feeling.
feeling, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Well, why don't we? Well, dang. Well, what if we go back to this Trenton? Say that, hey, we found the axe, but we had to hide it somewhere because there was this rat fella that was trying to buy it off of us. Why don't we use your boat to go and just go and retrieve it? And then we go and do the boat thing. And if that works, then we're all good and we can perhaps return the axe or just, fuck off, or I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
well, and it does certainly sound like this axe is valuable in this current political climate. If there's a giant human war coming, then this axe is incredible leverage. So I don't think we definitely shouldn't give up the axe.
Right.
But do we get the boat? Do we go to Trenton? Like, is there something, I don't know. Your plan sounds pretty good, Draw.
Well,
'Cause that way we can
but like I said, it was just
hook
just
up with
spitballing.
boat, yeah.
I don't know
Right.
if our priority is to figure out what this boat has for us in our fates, then I say perhaps we should just take the boat, return it when we're done, and then figure out what to do with the axe after that. If we happen to
Sure.
run into any giants, well, then hey, we got a great axe. I don't know.
Mean giants.
Right? Yeah, ones that mean us harm. Yeah,
Not
sure.
not friendly giants.
No, we could just play some poker.
Yeah.
In that case.
So you're thinking just take the boat out for a cruise and maybe do some fishing and see what happens?
I mean, yeah, that's that's why we wanted the boat in the first place. I mean, our friend whose name escapes me is not here at the moment, so we don't have to worry about like stealing it yet.
Right. No, I'm in for that.
Then-
Also, I keep forgetting to say this. I'd like to check in with Sir Lawrence and see if he's heard anything around town. He's like, because I could talk
yeah.
to animals as well.
No, you should be good. You have a pretty good connection with Sir Lawrence. Let's see. Give me actually do give me a animal handling check.
Sure.
So Sir Lawrence has noticed actually that Trenton has been actively searching for you.
Okay.
He's getting impatient.
Even though, yeah. How long were we gone?
Just
7 years.
like the better part of a day.
7 years. Okay, so
No.
he's like getting nervous that we're not coming back already.
You're not entirely sure, but you just know that he's like looking for you, and he does seem kind of like antsy about it, but you're not sure why.
Okay.
Oh, and pardon my memory, but do we have like a bag of holding or something, or are we just like carrying this axe that we don't want anybody to know that we have?
I'm guessing that you're like disguising it as like a giant tent, maybe, or something. Like I don't
A
think
broom.
you have a magic item. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think you have like some magic items, but I don't think bag of holding is one of them.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Do you all go and meet with Trent, or are you gonna just skip straight to the boat?
I
Skip
think we
straight to the
should
boat.
talk to him.
Uh,
I think
um,
maybe we can figure out more. I don't know. Everything has told us that he's genuine. It seems like kind of a shitty thing to do to just take his boat when he'll probably just give it to us.
Well, I know he'll give
I
it
think we
to
should
us.
just- Or let us borrow it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm getting the feeling that he's being genuine, but like
It
this
also
wasn't
sounds
just like a special axe. This is some big mojo.
also, yeah, is he going to use the axe to just murder people? So, or you want to talk to him, but still tell him that we didn't find the axe?
Yeah, I still don't think we should give him the axe, but I think we should talk to him to get the boat.
I think that
Oh
it's,
yeah,
Agreed.
I'm pretty morally flexible on that, but sure.
yeah, well, I think it's incredibly like that just is shady beyond belief to conceal the axe and steal the dude's boat without talking to him when he in good faith asked us to get the axe and he'll give us the boat.
I don't know. Did any of us do an insight check? Do
I
we
think there
know
were
it was
several
good faith?
He did, yeah.
Oh, were there? Okay.
He seemed pretty genuine. From what
Okay.
I recall.
Yeah, well then, yeah, I think the idea of, yeah, just be like, maybe be a little bit sly about whether or not we have the X, or, that we've got it hidden somewhere else, be like, hey, we need to get the boat and we'll bring you back the X. No problem.
All right.
Right. I think that I would go with Draw's suggestion.
So, presuming you all go to meet with Trenton, he's excited to see you, and he doesn't seem agitated at all. In fact, he seems like happy. He's like, "There you are! I meant to find you sooner. I couldn't figure out where you'd gone. I even sent a reliable person to go and find you just outside of the tomb, but he never reported back. Did you talk to a Crenshaw by chance?"
Never heard of him.
Well, no matter. It's immaterial now. I received a sending spell from Rystrom.
Oh.
He is safe and in the town of Riverpoint, down in the land of the South Winds. I don't need the axe anymore. In fact, I'm sending these mercenaries back to the Western Empires. But I would like to ask for one more thing.
Well, what's our reward for getting the axe?
You got the axe?
Well,
Presuming we
Maybe.
did.
Well, listen, forget about all of that. I don't need the axe. It's not a thing anymore. I don't need to go trudging through the Mount Nimro with all of the dangerous giants. What I do need to do, however, is go and take a magic circle over to this little sleepy town of Riverpoint. I'm sorry, Sandpoint. If you could accompany me just over to Phi on the boat so that I can go take this magic circle, the boat is yours. In fact, while you were gone, I was doing a little bit of research. It might interest you to know that just off of the coast of Phi, there seems to be a shrine that's rumored to be powerful enough to dispel curses.
Sorry, say that one more time.
So he's offering if we take him to Sandpoint, if we go with him in the boat to Sandpoint, bring the magic circle.
All he wants for you to do is go from the
General, we'll let Luke in.
the port of last voyages to Phi, and he'll take the magic circle and leave the boat with you. So you just need to go with him. And then he says that there's like another little area just off of Phi. It's like there's an old ruined shrine. If you go there, you can remove a curse.
Oh. All right. That seems like a win-win there. And we keep the axe.
And the shrine is outside of Sandpoint?
No. So like, do you see the map?
No, sorry, I'm not there. That would probably help. Okay. There's the map. Yep.
So there's like a big solid line going from the Port of Last Voyages.
Jen,
to
will you
Phi.
let Luke in? I think he's in the waiting room or
Oh,
something.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh, it's okay.
Yep.
So all you have to do is sail with him to Phi. From Phi, he will go to Sandpoint. So he will then teleport all the way down here. But you all will be in Phi.
And we'll
And while
have to be
you're in
one
Phi, he
ship
says-
richer.
He says, hey, keep my boat, it's yours. You can go to this shrine and it will remove a curse.
Seems like a fair deal.
There's a shrine outside of Phi, and we can take the boat there.
And if it works for us, we can tell all the rest of the cursed. Then we don't even have to kill this Pontifex.
All right, let me just make sure I have this straight. I don't know why I'm so confused. So he says, if you sail with me to Phi, I'll go to Sandpoint alone to bring the magic circle, but there's a shrine outside of Phi, and you can take the boat there.
Yep. So basically, we're just escorting him to Phi so he can go help his friend, and then that's our reward. Who's keeping the boat and hopefully getting this curse removed.
Okay.
Is this the guy that I purchased drinks for that was going to let us borrow the boat?
That is correct.
Correct. Things have changed.
So we
Yeah,
delivered
yeah.
him the artifact, right?
No, yeah, we keep that. We keep that and get the boat.
Ah,
I got to admit, things sound like they're wrapping up pretty conveniently here.
Yeah, I don't see anything else going wrong for us.
Nothing at all, right?
I'm scared.
So-
does everybody trust this guy? I can't roll because I'm driving, but is there
Oh,
any
yeah.
like insights onto this guy?
Does anybody
We
want
should
to
do
make
that.
another insight check while you're at it?
Sure, I have a
Well-
+4, but if anyone else wants to go, for sure.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
I'll do an insight. Mm.
Yeah, Miltiades, you've got a pretty good idea about this guy. He seems like he's just trying to make it to his friend. He's got more money than sense by a long shot. And he's just kind of like, hey, y'all are being helpful for me. Have a boat.
Okay.
You don't think this is the first boat he's given away?
It's like Bob
yeah,
Barker.
I bet. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I'm in.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, if we can get this boat to get some food and perhaps remove some curses, I say we'd be fools not to at least check it out.
Is he coming with us, or is he staying behind and just giving this boat?
Well, we're
So-
dropping him off.
Very, very succinctly, you're taking him from point A to point B. From point B, you own the boat and you will go to point C to find a shrine that will remove a curse. He's going to point D by teleportation because he's going to do a completely different thing.
All right, so it's my
We're
boat.
taking him to the airport.
Basically,
Yeah.
Why
You're
does he have
Uber
to go to
driving.
Phi to teleport?
There's a.
So there's no teleportation circles here,
Oh, okay.
especially not ones that you can trust.
Perfect. Okay.
And teleportation circles are very particular. Like you get one and it goes to a specific other location. He seems to know of 1 in 5 that will get him there.
So where he says his friends out. All right.
Sounds good to me. Did we
Okay.
get any money last time?
Well, you got a bunch of stuff that you could potentially sell. I don't know if you wanted to try and identify. Well, you identified the axe. This axe is like, you could get millions.
We'll
right?
hang on to that for sure.
But the other stuff. I'm sorry, Jen, you were going to say?
No, just we have a ton of gemstones in the tomb. I mean, we could have grabbed a few to use as currency.
Mhm.
Oh, we left them though for later.
Well, we did grab a bunch.
Yeah, we barred the entrance to the tomb, and we're hoping to go back there later.
We did grab some though.
I
I
don't
don't know.
believe so. I grabbed one and then I immediately fell off a cliff, and I had
that's
to use,
right.
I used that one to jam a door, and it got crushed.
Yeah. Okay. So we're just
Yeah, maybe we
we're still
didn't.
broke.
Oh shit. How about we get Trenton there to give us the boat after our services are rendered, and also some traveling money.
Sure.
Little walking around money.
So we
Yeah.
asked him for boat and Skrilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Can we get a
what
little?
style of? Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say like we just get like a little some gold from him.
And what style of boat is this? Like, is it like a ship with cannons, or is it like a bathtub with a sail?
I mean, he made mention last time, because I think the same question was asked. He thinks that gunpowder weapons are distasteful, so he doesn't have them.
But would this boat be big enough to possibly get fitted with them?
Eventually.
Okay.
So there's no
Lufa.
weapons, but it is seaworthy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a nice boat.
It's a nice boat.
In fact, if you wanted to, because he's basically saying the boat is yours. Like, it's as of right now, it belongs to you. It's almost like he's chartering you to take him there in your boat. If you wanted to, A, bring passengers with you, B, take cargo with you, or C, do some fishing between here and there, you could probably make some money doing any of those things.
Cool.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Taking cargo sounds good.
Yeah. He's gonna try and steal it.
Yeah, steal the boat that.
No, the
No.
cargo that we
Yeah,
Oh.
he's gonna like go through the cargo going like, that's mine, that's mine, that's mine. So it's up to you all what you want to do. And it, like, of those 3 options, if you wanted to do like something like that, and it would just change the way that you would make the money and potentially like the roles involved. But there's quite a bit of money to be had. Like, having a boat is a huge enterprise.
Let's take people.
Well, here's my issue with people. Then you have to deal with their situations. Like, can't trust them.
So you want to take cargo?
Yeah, people have sticky fingers and will steal from you.
Oh, that certainly is true. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I'm down to do a cargo run and make some extra money.
Y'all can take with you a number of different like slabs of marble that are very in vogue in the Western empires right now. There's a monster cartel that is dealing with that right now. They're like, we make the money off of this. This is our big enterprise. Like, it's a really crooked union of monster folk that are basically just monopolizing on this, but they still need it shipped there. So they're paying you to do that shipping. But you're transporting these like massive marble slabs that like really can only be transported by sea, just so that some rich snob in the Western empires can have like a really nice, marble kitchen top. Um,
And they'll
But-
pay us upon delivery.
yes, they will pay you upon delivery. They've got their people set up in the Western Empires, and they're willing to pay you 1,000 gold per slab, and they're asking you to transport 10. And these slabs are massive.
Would
Sure.
they be willing to pay us more if we delivered it right to the rich people?
No, they wouldn't want that at all. They've got a pretty
Oh.
good going where they have like showrooms and they upsell people, and yeah, it would. They've even got the corner on the delivery where they've got just these ogres disguised as like big burly men, so that they're just going through delivering these things and pianos as well.
Yeah, I don't want to lift this marble at all.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
So are we taking the marble? I think we should.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yep.
All
Make
right.
some coin, a little
So
passive income.
Does anyone have the sailing skill? If not, no worries.
Oh, yeah.
think I do. Yeah, I do.
Or
I
have
would-
you picked your have you picked your archetype yet?
I think he's
I think
sailor or a pirate.
I think mine's considered swashbuckler, but that's at level 3.
Technically, I haven't picked it yet. I don't think I do.
You get to pick yours at like level 1.
I do or Ryan does.
Oh, Ryan does. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you get
I
to pick
did-
yours at level 3, Luke.
yeah, wild magic.
Yeah,
Oh,
when
boy.
I obviously I'm not looking at my character right now, unfortunately, but that was one thing I did try and get was like I think it was like vehicles and sailing or something to that degree.
Yeah, I would allow you. I'm not because you're driving or whatever. I'm not going to worry about you rolling, but you are probably going to be the primary sailing person on the ship. So you guys make your way out. If somebody wants to make me a survival check and a percentile roll, anyone can roll them. I just need one of each.
My survival is +4 with advantage.
Sure. Nice. Who wants to do the percentile draw?
Oh, a percentile? Yeah, sorry, I missed that. Yeah, I'll do a percentile. Oh, that's not how I do that. Sorry. So 70.
Solid
All right.
C.
You all are traveling from the port of Last Voyages. And let's see if I can make this okay. And we're going to do this Indiana Jones style. So you're making your way across this like inner sea when suddenly you notice a killer whale or an orca kind of swimming alongside the boat. And it's not aggressive, but it does kind of bump into the boat a few times. You think it's trying to get your attention.
Do we see anything out in the water that might be that's weird?
Give me a perception check for that.
Where is perception? There it is.
You don't notice anything odd except for this thing. What you do notice though on the killer whale that it does have an odd pattern to it. Not that you know much about sea life, but
Are any of you wizard-like folks able to speak with animals?
I can speak with small animals.
I have
This, like-
common, draconic, and primordial. Maybe the whale is primordial, but I doubt it. It's not that kind of whale.
do you want to try?
Sure.
Okay, you speak primordial,
I
and
do?
I'm saying like narrating. You speak primordial, and it responds, but in
Oh.
whale language. Give me a wisdom check.
What am I not seeing? Where is regular wisdom?
Let's see. Sorry, I always have to open one up so that I can see.
Do I just roll it from the top?
Yeah. Like
Where
hover
the-
over
plus.
the number that's by wisdom and it'll give you the option to.
Nice.
Perfect.
Guys, we're rolling pretty good tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no kidding. So this orca is trying to warn you that something is up ahead that is dangerous. It kind of does this weird little like whale swimmy dance to show you like it's gonna take you out of your way, but it'll take you away from the danger.
Okay, I trust him, y'all, and think we should follow him.
Yep, I agree.
All right.
What's your name again? Luscious?
Edward.
Oh, that's right. I keep wanting to call you Eddie.
I'm having a hard time because we've played. This is only the third play of this, and
Yeah,
I can't remember
right.
anybody's names.
Eddie, steer the ship over there.
So
Oh,
I put a little X to signify the danger. But this whale does kind of steer you around it. You actually see a massive whirlpool where you would have sailed through. And when I say massive, like this whirlpool might have been bigger than like most of the small towns that you've been through. This whirlpool like would have just swallowed your entire boat whole. You've heard of creatures out in the ocean that can do that. And they're all extremely dangerous. So you're glad that you didn't have any issues with that. We'll say that you're
And
going
where is
to,
this whirlpool? Are you showing us?
let's see, am I on the right map? Yeah. I put an X. It's just southwest of Lopan.
Cool. So we avoided that.
Let's see, I'm gonna try and I tried to click to center it like where I'm looking at so that you're looking at the same thing. Would that work?
I can never see where things are. It's fine.
No, I it did not center it, but I can like.
I have to zhuzh it, but I can. So.
Okay.
Okay. Why would our whale friend warn us? Like, why does it want to protect us?
You're not sure yet. It's been swimming along for quite a while with you, and it's been kind of doing a weird little communication. It's almost like charades if you played charades with a whale. Do you want to give me maybe an insight check or an animal handling check?
Sure.
Now, is he giving us, is it 2 words? 2 flippers sounds like blowhole. What rhymes with
Oh
blowhole?
no!
Oh boy.
I shouldn't have said we were rolling good.
Uh-oh.
You think that one of your ancestor spirits is inhabiting this whale. If anybody will,
correct in my thinking?
I was gonna say if someone else wants to, wow, talk about running the gamut. Miltiades, you believe that this whale was once a person.
Okay. I tell everyone else that as well.
Like they're acting like no whale would, and they seem to be like overly familiar with just they can communicate because they kind of know more. I don't want to say human because you're not human, but mortal affects and kind of, personalities.
Gotcha.
In fact, if you had to guess, you'd say that this orca is cursed themselves.
That's actually what I was going to ask. So that's good to know. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Tell them we feel free to ride with us as long as they want to.
Okay.
So I'm gonna draw like a.
You can hang with us.
Let's see.
Oh, and Travis said he was not doing well, so he's out for the rest of the evening.
Oh no.
Okay. I figured he definitely wouldn't
Didn't seem
in a
didn't seem
terribly
good at
way.
all.
So without much more ado, you make it to the port city of Fairhaven on Phi. It's not the biggest city on Phi, but it's the closest port town that you needed to make it to. A refreshing change of pace. It seems to be a little bit of a melting pot. There's like creatures from all over and from different kinds of backgrounds and so on. And you, in fact, see creatures from as far north as the Wolfen Empire, as far south as the Land of the South Winds and Floenry Islands, and just creatures and people that you've never seen before. I will say that Trenton is overjoyed. He says, excellent. If it weren't for our wonderful whale friend here, we might all have been at the bottom of the sea. But this is where we must part ways. I shall go to the bigger city on Phi where I know the magical circle exists. The boat is now yours. And please, each of you have 300 gold for your troubles. I'm very much hoping that at some point we cross paths again. But you've been invaluable to my time, and I'm sure that Rystrom himself will appreciate the help that you've extended.
Yeah, well, it was our pleasure. Thanks for the coin in the boat.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Look forward to crossing your path again.
So you all also unload the marble. You get paid 1,000 gold for each slab, which if you're getting that much, you have to imagine that the crooked people who are kind of doing this are getting many times more than that.
Yeah. No kidding.
So you all now have 10,000 gold. Thanks to your little boat journey there. And
maybe we should just do this. Move marble. Seems like
a
good life.
Yeah. Except for the cursed factor, I feel like that's not going to work out very well for us.
For what it's worth, you would have a hard time sending food back to the cursed fen, but with all your money, you could buy it, bring it with you back once you're done researching the shrine. So you've got the perfect way of like getting a bunch of. Go ahead.
Should we each take 2,000 gold, or should we keep it collectively?
It's up to you all how you want to do it. If you want to take a portion and set aside some for like a communal fund, however you want to like do the apportionment of the gold.
Guys, do you all want to take 1,000 each and save a communal 5,000?
Yeah, let's do that.
And who will hold the 5,000?
Not Edward.
Not
not Edward. That's right. Someone's got to be the treasurer.
I'd say Murik, would you mind? I guess I could do it too.
Not at all. I'm very strong.
Good.
Plus, you're taking all the notes. So
my morals are questionable, so.
Okay, hold on. Transporting the marble.
Also, I definitely want to buy a sweet outfit in this town.
You're like a Ferengi. All right. And Merrick holds 5. And I mean, with the intention that we're going to use the 5,000 to feed the people when we get back.
Yeah, to help the rest of the cursed.
Right.
Okay.
Oh.
What am I missing?
Luke is back.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
I can't keep
you just-
everything open at the same time. And that's why it is like, I'm a jerk about it. All right. Sorry, Luke. I keep closing that window and then I don't.
Oh, no, you're good. Don't worry about it. I'm only making you do it like 3 times a night. It's pretty annoying.
So
Hunter had to jump up. Sorry.
yeah, he was like not feeling well.
Gotcha.
But we just made like 1,300 gold each,
And
Yeah.
that's all.
plus
And that is
5,000 for
that
the
is-
for the cursed
oh.
community.
I thought we were gonna keep that from him.
Yeah, so you can add 1,300 to yours. So we're still on a boat because we
And a
just
boat.
invited the whale to join us.
Yeah, the whale's hanging out just outside of Fairhaven, waiting for you.
In the port.
Okay, so where next, fellas?
Certainly, we should probably buy a couple things.
Oh, sure.
Maybe a couple health potions. If they're in town.
Right, yeah. It's health potions, yeah, health potions are certainly always good.
And yeah, my outfit as well. I would like a fine silk outfit from the Western Empire, the highest fashion.
So we
Yeah,
could-
they've got. Sorry, go ahead.
Just we're going shopping. Okay.
Cool. But yeah, they've got a lot of fashion from the Western Empire. It's like if you could imagine, like what is it? A Flash. What is that? It's a 70s movie, Flash something, Flash Gordon.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
just that kind of style. That's what they've got.
Perfect. I will take a superhero-esque outfit.
All right.
And then yeah, if you have just a couple health potions, that's all I'm really looking for at this point.
Cool.
In case
So-
you have any wonders of any of the outfits in Flash Gordon, I have the entire encyclopedia.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Ming the Merciless.
So, presuming that
The name's actually really similar to mine.
presuming that you all want to go to the shrine to find out if its power of curse removal is real or not. I assume that you set out on your boat, like other than your your fancy duds that you want to buy. You have plenty of provisions and so on.
Well,
Does
we
that
were gonna buy some health potions.
health potions? How many would you like to buy?
There's 5 of us, 10.
Okie dokie. They are 40 gold each here.
Okay. So when the guy is reaching to grab our health potions, I would like to do a little sleight of hand and try and get into his cash register.
Oh man.
Make that roll.
All right. I know I have do I have a sleight? There it is. I do sleight of hand, right? You can tell me if.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's perfect. Yeah, you come away with we'll call it 9 silver.
Okay. All right. This guy's broke.
When do you
But-
search for healing? Never mind.
So I'm sorry, they're 40 each.
40 gold. Yes.
So if we are you thinking we're just buy that all for the group and we all pitch in 80?
Yeah, just 2. Yeah.
So are we each getting 2 or are we buying from the collective 5,000?
We're just buying 2.
Each buying 2. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll just take, so that's 40 out. Okay.
Yeah, of the
Wait, 80 out then.
or 80 out.
80.
Yeah. Cool.
And then add 2 health potions.
I can never find the stupid health potions and they're so
It's
So
weird.
yeah, I had to take the potion filter off to find it, and then I just typed in heal. It's called Potion of Healing, but search it with no filter of potion on.
Or if you look just for healing instead of
Yeah.
health.
Yeah, healing.
okay. And so we're
It took me a
adding
while. Yeah, I was just running the same issue.
and we're spending 80. Oh,
Oh man, and I got a whoops. They're
And how much for my outfit ish?
We'll call that 20 gold. It's a steal.
Okay. Wow, nice.
You know what?
And of course, I will wear it out of the store.
bags on.
Very nice. Yeah, you're just walking through town like the emperor with no clothes. Everybody's just kind of like gawking at you.
I just imagine him
Um,
walking like Kramer as a pimp down the streets.
yes. Kramer wore the Technicolor coat from Joseph.
Oh yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
And nobody, just to kind of elucidate on this, nobody gets more stairs than Draw. Draw, this is a little bit less unusual of a place than the Old Kingdoms. The Old Kingdoms you kind of fit in because it's a hodgepodge of like weirdness. Here
Uh-huh.
it's, I don't want to say more normal, but basically more normal, and so you like people are shocked when they see you.
Right. Well, I suppose that's really more of their problem than mine.
Aren't there
But-
all kinds of people from everywhere though? Like, doesn't that?
There are, but like where in the Old Kingdom you get like, monsters and undead and constructs. Here it's more like goblins and wolfen and humans and dwarves and elves. So it's a little bit of a different like melting pot. And plus like really anywhere other than the Old Kingdoms, you don't see like ambulatory magical, statues or anything.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep my eye on some folk in case I want to start any trouble. But I actually would like to see if I could find somebody that might sell magical components that could be used in smithing, because I've got smith's tools and my weapon's already magical, but I don't know if I might have the ability to make some like extra special ammo or something.
You actually do find a wolfen blacksmith who seems to be very adept at making magical things.
All right. Well, with my I mean, I suppose I could buy some from him directly, but I do have proficiency with smith's tools. I wouldn't mind buying some stuff that I can make my own.
Yeah, and in fact, he has for sale, like he makes many things. He makes tools to make tools and so on. So he actually gives you a set of blacksmithing tools, or is offering to sell you, I should say.
All right.
They are called, let's see. Blacksmith's Favor, and it is a set of tongs and a like a blacksmithing hammer. Basically, with these, you can roll any blacksmithing roll with advantage, and they are 500 gold.
500 gold. Okay.
Deep.
And sorry, let me just write blacksmithing with advantage. And any ingredients to make, like, I don't know, exploding shots or something. I don't know, just something to liven up.
He does say those are for sale. They are imported from the Western Empire, where the wonders of black powder are just now being discovered and very jealously kept by the Western Empire. It's very expensive. If you wanted to, like, buy some kind of exploding shot, we would probably be talking like 50 gold per ammunition.
Okay, but like any ingredients that I might be able to like even experiment with my own, perhaps?
Unfortunately, as per the setting, it is
Yeah.
like a state secret. So you would have to like either do a super big favor for the Western Empire or steal it from them. And they do a really good job of like keeping it under wraps.
Heist. Ocean's 11 style heist.
That's what we've got to do. Okay, that sounds reasonable. So 500 for the smithing tools. That's what that was.
Correct.
The blacksmith favor.
Mhm.
Whale, not
Okay.
the scale.
Yeah, I will go ahead and buy those.
Did you
then.
miss that part, Luscious, or Eddie?
Word.
Where the whale became our friend.
I did miss that.
Okay, so we were on the way out there, and this like orca whale like helped us avoid danger, and we discovered it was like also a cursed person, potentially.
Did not know that.
We have a whale friend now.
Yeah, he's hanging on the port right now.
Does the orca have a name?
Not so far. It
Okay.
hasn't been able to communicate a name as yet. If you wanted to name it, you'd probably not be out of line.
Shamu.
Emu.
Willie?
I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I've seen some sort of mummers show about that Willie the whale. I think it might be a bit derivative.
Hold on. What's the
Moby? Should we name it Moby?
Moby.
Moby, yeah, that's original. Yeah.
Great DJ.
Telecom.
What was that?
Telecom. That's the one who killed all the trainers.
Oh, is that
And
what
that's the one we
SeaWorld
should.
did?
That's the one that should be our friend.
I think we should acknowledge our friend that our friend could be a badass by naming her Telecom.
I'm sold.
Virgil.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a bird.
It's not a bad idea.
Oh, I don't know.
Bam.
I'm in. I'm sold.
Okay.
Write it in the chat if you haven't already so that I know how to spell it.
Oh, sure. Hold on. Sorry. I am doing a terrible job at managing Windows.
Oh, that's not you. That's Windows.
It's absolutely Windows.
All right. Shall we away to this temple that could potentially take away curses?
Well, I think we must.
Yeah. Do we know where we're going and how dangerous is the? Are we going by foot or by sea?
By sea.
Do we know how dangerous that is via our new companion?
Um,
Yeah. Does Telecom have advice for us?
go ahead and give me, let's say, another animal handling check.
Oh, okay. Well, you had me do wisdom. Do you want me to do animal handling?
Yeah, if you have it,
I don't think I have.
because if you don't, then it's just wisdom anyway.
Oh, I do have animal handling. Sure.
Oh, cool. So the sense that you get from Telecom is that there is danger up ahead, but that it is not insurmountable. And in fact, she does seem to be fairly encouraging of your journey.
And how far are we going? Where's this temple?
Do you see the map?
Yes.
I do.
And then you're in Fairhaven. Do you see the whale that's not to scale?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the not scale whale.
And yes, and then there's a red dot above the targeted dot.
Yeah.
That's where you're going.
Okay, so we're
Okay.
not terribly far.
No, that's why Trenton was like, yeah, just go there, and then you can go right there. It'll be right there, right, real easy.
Everything's gonna work out fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so I am struggling to find the boat map that I want to use.
It's a very cutesy whale for D&D.
It is. Let's see. I'm going to add a different one so that I don't mess up the formatting that I had. But I like this whale.
Oh, it's
Like-
very nice.
I think it's a little bit more
Oh
menacing.
yeah.
You like the bigger version of it,
Mm,
Yes.
it's
but
pretty
it
cute.
is still like it's cute enough.
Orcas are the scariest, most jerk animals ever. Actually,
Yeah.
They,
Yeah, but they
they're
can
just
be
like
really cute.
murderers.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I picked Telecom, because like literally killed all of the trainers.
Yeah, they're like dolphins and seals. Oof.
Yeah. It's not just trainers. Yeah, they'll just torture anything.
I remember seeing
Like
a video in
addictive.
middle school of killer whales. They would take like seals and
Mm.
toss them hundreds of feet in the air.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like
So,
Oh.
you guys, when we did the National Poetry Slam in 2011, the last time that we won, one of the reasons we went to finals stage was a poem we developed called Animals Will Fuck You Up, in which Telecom,
Yeah.
just so you know. It was our only funny thing. Like everything else was like hardcore, like social justice, systemic racism, blah, blah, blah. And then we had Animals Will Fuck You Up. And we threw it at the right time in the middle of a bout where like everyone else had gone super serious. And when you do that, you either tank because people are like, wow, like you have no sense of what
yeah.
or they're like so inundated that they find it refreshing. And we got fucking 30s. We got a perfect score. Fuck you up. Yeah, it's just stupid. It was stupid.
Nice.
I get it.
True though.
Animals are metal. Nature is metal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I am going to bless you all with one of my famous hand-drawn maps because I am just not getting this to work.
Is there a square of death?
Well, there's a boat of death.
Ooh.
Ah,
Oh, is that what we've named our boat?
The boat of death.
No, it's called the loofah.
Ah, okay.
The radiant
loofah.
loofah.
Yeah, excuse me, the radiant loofah.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Let's see, why will this not function?
No, can't rename that.
So
Can we take 5?
yeah, absolutely. But why don't we do that while I do all of this drawing and whatnot, and we'll kind of go from there.
All right. Be right back.
Sounds good.
And I will put on the 5-minute
actually ends up being pretty cool and connected.
Yeah. That's literally, that feels exactly like Dark Souls.
Yeah, I mean, because you go all the way back to Demon Souls, and then you go to Bloodborne, and all of these different things. Yeah, it's very interesting how that all panned out.
Yeah. Like, and there's a story, but it's kind of hard to follow it.
Yeah, and then Castlevania Something of Shadows for the 360 and PS3. Curse of Shadows? I can't remember. Rebooted everything, and so it just like it set it all back to square one, and now we're trying to figure out what is Castlevania anymore.
I think
Is it a pachinko game? Because that's the only thing they're making anymore is Castlevania pachinko games.
Was it Chords of Shadow?
God, now I can't even think of what it is. Lords of Shadow.
Oh,
But yeah, I love me a good Metroidvania, which is what they call Metroid and Castlevania games that follow that same, like, oh, you go through a map and all that
Exploration adventure.
It's one of my favorite style of games, and I played through Bloodstained. Not like it's not as good a game as it could have been, but it's a pretty good game, and I'm excited about the sequel that's going to come out. Speaking of excited of sequels, I got the boat thing working, so hooray for that.
Jeez. I'm getting on.
So you have your friend over here.
I'm so excited. We have a boat.
You do have a boat. Do you see it? Did I
looks
do I
like
have everything?
We have a boat and we have a whale.
Yes.
Yeah, Eddie, get by the
trying.
the wheel.
If you hold the Alt key while you move, you can put yourself at an odd angle.
Nice. Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's definitely a pirate.
What a hero.
He doesn't even know where the wheel is.
I am the king of the world.
Are we okay to do a combat? Like I think this should not take especially long, like maybe a half hour, but are we good for that?
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Sure.
Yes, I shouldn't.
I think so.
All right. So as you are sailing upwards towards the shrine that is purported to remove curse, you feel a weird tug on your boat, Edward, as you can tell that the currents are getting strong. In fact, Tillicum is swimming just behind your boat to stay out of that riptide. And you see another similar whirlpool as the one you had seen before, much smaller this time, as a beast emerges from the water and shows itself.
Oh God damn it.
Oh yeah.
Dear.
Man, wish we had cannons on this thing.
And although Draw does not remember this thing,
Yeah.
Andrew does, and he had to fight this with another Warforged.
Fucked us up. And we were like level what, like 11? Oh,
He's mean.
Oh, good to know. Well, I'm going to say, well, how about we batten down the hashes? Scrounge out every inch of duck on the wind. Let's get away from this thing.
right. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's worth much. I think we can handle it.
All right. Do you want to try and evade it, or do you want to try and attack it?
I mean, I'm definitely like, if it's following us, I'll definitely try and shoot at it.
Yeah, I could. If we want to try to avoid it, I'll take some pot shots and just see what we can do.
Oh yeah, then I'm definitely saying, lower the mainsail and we're turning this thing hard right. Oh man, if only I knew. Hard a port.
Starboard.
Starboard.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
I think port would be right.
So what does Tillicum say?
Tillicum seems to be interested in taking this sucker down, and is kind of like swimming aggressively, but waiting to see what you all will do.
Tillicum thinks we should fight it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right, I'm loading up Cold Soul.
How far away
Yep,
from the
sure.
ship is this thing?
So let's just say it's like there. Now that you've turned, you've kind of got it like further on your left, but it's still there. It's still present, let's say.
Oh, you mean port?
Yes, it's port.
Yes. Port. I like a good port.
So would it be possible? Are we moving fast enough that if I drop the anchor on the port side, I can have the ship kind of swing and hit this thing?
You could if you wanted to. You could pull an offensive maneuver if you wanted to.
All right, I'm going to try and ram that when it's my turn, just so everybody knows.
Cool.
All right. Well,
So,
Man, I
let's
haven't
see.
done vehicle combat in so long.
if the ship sinks completely, I don't have to breathe, so I might be the only one that makes it out alive.
Well,
I'll just sink to the bottom and walk home.
Oh my god.
I just got the ship. I love my new ship. It's not sinking.
Right, so you're gonna ram it. Okay, aye, Captain. Oh, aye.
All right, here we go. Good initiative, Edward. Let's see, Draw, have you rolled initiative yet?
I have not. Let me do that right about now.
bless you.
I got a 9.
Are on initiative. So, all right, Edward, feel free to make your, let's call it a navigation check.
Okay, navigation check. I didn't know that was a thing I could do. I don't have that.
Oh,
I have navigation tools. I don't have like.
make a dexterity check and add your proficiency points. So it'd be plus whatever your dexterity check plus 2.
Dexterity plus 2. All right, so oh god, 8.
Let's see if this thing can avoid it.
Oh,
So the numbers match, and you actually managed to slam into it and to
Awesome.
simulate. I'll move the creature to you, and we will call that.
Old strategy, Cotton.
I wanted to listen. I got us all closer, but now I'm very worried about my ship.
The
We're
bow
all
of your
wizards. We
ship-
can shoot stuff.
The
No,
bow
we're
of your
not.
ship is busted up a little bit, not enough to take on water, but you think another maneuver like that on that side of the ship might scuttle you. But that was still an impressive feat. This thing took, like, you can see its chitinous like shell got crunched in a little bit too.
Nice. Oh, I hit it for 43 damage.
Yes.
But then it hit the ship back for that, right?
The ship took a lot of damage just in that maneuver, yes. Merrick, it is your turn.
Okay. So Edward tried to ram and did damage more to creature than boat. Is that true? Am I talking out loud?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
The boat took half the damage. Okay. So I just acquired an archery skill, so I'm gonna try to shoot it with an arrow. I mean, it looks pretty big. Yeah, I have an 80-foot range with my crossbow.
Yeah, more than enough.
Yeah, so that.
Are you able to use your blood maledict to enhance your crossbow, or is it only melee?
I don't know. I think at this point, the blood maledict only enhances the blood binder, which won't
Gotcha.
help with this creature because it's more than one size larger than me. That's what I had just determined. I don't know if I'm wrong about that.
That sounds right. I'll double check on that. But that is a hit. So go ahead and click on roll damage.
Not a lot.
Let's see. No worries though. You do pierce on the side that it got crunched in on, and you see just its crustacean like shell is much softer there. So you do get like a nice squirt of blood, which you can appreciate being a
Absolutely.
yeah. Anything else you can or would like to do on your turn?
I don't know.
If you wanted to use a thrown weapon, I would allow you to do so.
The only ranged weapon I have is the crossbow.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, in my inventory, I have. No, I can't throw away my swords. Sorry. But
I will say you do have like one of those harpoons on a rope, like nearby, if you want to just pick that up and chuck it.
okay, and I do have 2-weapon fighting. I mean, I don't know if that matters, but
It does. If you hit, it'll be like a normal attack instead of because normally when you do an offhand attack, you don't add your strength bonus or whatever. This time you will.
okay. So how would I throw that? I'm happy to throw that.
Yeah. Do you happen to have like a javelin in your inventory? If not, I can add one.
I do not have one.
I'll add one very quickly. And in fact, let me switch us over to the battle map, but I think I need to yeah. Okay. And sorry, it'll take me momentary. It'll just be momentary for me to do that. Meanwhile, Draw, would you like to go ahead and take your action while we resolve this real quickly? Draw, if you're talking, you're muted. Though you may not be.
Damn it, I was totally muted. And it was really cool what I was saying.
Oh, man.
No, it's okay. So yeah, I go ahead and draw Cold Soul from my holster. And as I aim, there are like these haunting whispers that seem to be coming from the gun itself and into my mind. And before I shoot, I whisper words in a language that nobody knows and understands and may make some mortals go mad. And I cast Hexblade's Curse on it.
Ooh.
That is my bonus action. And then I go ahead and fire away. Let me just make sure I've got everything for that curse.
So what are you casting? I'm sorry.
It's not actually a spell. It's a class feature. So I'm applying Hexblade's Curse. It's
Hexblade's Curse.
Yeah, Hexblade. Yeah. Basically, I've made a pact with a weapon or a being that gives me a weapon, and it gives me the ability to curse a creature. And it gives me some sweet bonuses. And I'm gonna go ahead and aim Cold Soul at it and just fire away.
Awesome. I went ahead and added the javelin if you want to make that javelin attack. Oh, no. All right.
I swear, half the times I've fired this fucking gun, it's been critical failures.
Just
all right.
Explodes.
So what is it? What happens this time?
Why is that a crit fail?
Because I rolled a 1.
Natural 1 on the attack roll.
Natural 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a +7?
+6.
I get +6.
So this is what happens.
Yeah.
You shoot And although you hear a click, there's no accompanying bang. And you just feel everything go cold. The color is drained from the entire environment around you. This you see this, nobody else does. And you see the near future where this creature is defeated, and you see its soul get sucked into the barrel of your gun. And as it is, it's wailing, and the sound of this creature wailing, its soul just kind of being absorbed into your gun, haunts you and will probably haunt you for some time. And then you come back, and it's as if nothing happened.
Oh, good goddamn. That's shit. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right.
God damn it.
Merrick, would you like to make that javelin attack? It should be on your actions now.
Yes. Action. I don't know if I have to refresh. Hold on. Refresh.
You might. I think it's tricky because I changed it.
Yep, I got it.
All right, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Again, with the piercing damage of 3.
Oh man. That's okay. You are slowly but surely whittling this thing down. And even though it's massive, you can tell that it's more shrimp-like than anything. It's not like it's got this like massive hard shell. Your attacks are piercing it through. And it has this just kind of like almost paper thin carapace around it. So, all right, that was draw. Miltiades?
I am going to, if I step back a little ways, am I going to get a opportunity attack?
No, not as such.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to step back over here a little bit away from it. Seems like a mean little claw it's got.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do a firebolt.
Excellent.
So
that is a hit.
17 to hit.
You definitely did damage, and this creature is reeling from that. It doesn't like especially hate the fire, but it's unpleasant to it.
Okay.
And you can tell that it's effective. Not super effective, but effective. Before I forget, Mirek, because you threw that harpoon with a rope on it, there's now like a little rope walkway if anybody wants to, make use of that from the boat to the creature. All right, Miltiades. Then we go to the creature. The creature.
Well, actually, with my bonus action, I'm going to convert my sorcery points into a spell slot since I can't use anything else.
Absolutely. Is that the end of your action?
Yep, that's it.
Cool. Then this thing is going to try and spit a glob of acid at someone. And it is kind of disoriented, so we're going to do that at random. And it goes for the captain. And misses. But it does create like this glob of acid that is unpleasant, doesn't smell great. It's mostly like digestive juices, like right here. You're going to have to fix that hole in the boat now. It's just on the top, but still it's obnoxious.
Not my loofah.
Or new car.
That seems to be all that the creature was going to do. It is trying to climb up on the boat, almost misguidedly.
Does it have limbs?
It has these weird, like, isopod kind of like, claws, if you will, that are trying to like scrabble up the side of the boat. If you see kind of here on the artwork, it's just got these like, claw-like appendages. It is now Telecom's turn, and Telecom is going to do what orcas do best and charge and bite.
Nice.
And hits for 20 damage.
Nice.
And this thing is in much worse shape than it had been. Edward, it is your turn. This thing is pretty attached to the boat, so you don't think you're going to have another opportunity to ram it. You
No.
can do something else if you so choose.
I do. Okay, tell me if I can get away with this. Can I find a piece of rope hanging from the mainsail and try and swing over onto its back?
Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's absolutely in acrobatics.
Okay. Ooh, and I think I'm proficient. Oh, not that proficient though. Come on, baby.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
Let me see what this results in.
Don't I have proficiency? Come on.
You could have just walked on the thing.
Yeah.
So this is what happens. And this is because I'm being nice and I rolled really crazy. You swing like off of the mast, trying to land on the on this beast, and then Tilikum does a maneuver, which I'm sure you've seen like orcas do, where it jumps out of the water and comes down, and then it bats you with its tail, and it's just so perfect. It doesn't hurt you. It's not like so hard that it like paddles you or anything like aggressively, but it just nudges you and you land right exactly where you had wanted to be.
Oh,
I
nice.
can't believe you rolled a natural one on a D100. That's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I was just gonna go like, all right, I don't know what's gonna happen here, but I'm gonna roll, and the lower the result, the better. But yeah, you're exactly where you want it to be. You can take your action.
This actually is perfect for what Edward is as a person, just everywhere.
He's he's never
you-
set foot on a boat before, but
He's
Here
down
he
here
goes.
now.
yeah. So I, you know what? I didn't think it was going to work as well as it did. Now I don't know what action I'm going to take. So I think I'm going to use. I think I have a double attack, don't I? Or two-handed attack, or whatever.
Like dual wielding, yeah. You can
Yeah.
take it to attacks if you're doing it that way.
Uh,
If you're a rogue, which I think you are, only one of them will benefit from sneak attack. But yeah, you're all good.
so I'll do one hand is my rapier and the other is my dagger.
Perfect.
So
Like Errol Flynn would have.
I got to roll attack. Got it.
I was just thinking.
No,
of
you
Errol
did.
Flynn.
That top number is the attack roll, and you hit.
Oh, nice.
So go ahead and make your dagger attack.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And I got a sneak attack out of this somehow.
It shouldn't have. Like it does that automatically, but only one attack per round gets a sneak attack, so I'll subtract that.
Okay.
But no, all good. No worries there. And yeah, you landed on this thing and just sink both of your weapons into it, and you're peeling it like a shrimp. All right, we go back to Mirek.
Am I close enough to? It's hanging on to the boat, right? And he just stabbed it. Can you stab it? I have 2 weapon fighting as well with both short swords.
Yes.
nice.
So do I just click on each?
Yes. If they're different or whatever, like that should be fine. 14 hits. The 6 does not. You did more damage in that one attack, or as much damage in that one attack as you did on both the last round. That's funny.
Exactly. That's right.
But you kind of lean down, and the creature's face is right at you, and you can see, like, I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger to give you a little bit more detail. But yeah, it's got this weird, like, sarlacc mouth, and it's not pleasant.
Right.
But it's there, and so you just like reach in there and just like scrape away at its outer mouths. Not pleasant, but you're doing a good job, and this thing looks like it's not long for this world. Draw, you've come out of your weird colorless reverie. Now go ahead and do what you would like. I don't know if you want to try shooting it again or not.
Okay, well, this time I'm going to go ahead and, as a bonus action, cast the spell Hex.
Okay.
So that's just that it. If I hit it with an attack, it does an extra d6 damage, and I'm going to
Absolutely.
give it disadvantage on strength checks. That's my bonus action. So my main action is going to be Cold Soul, and I'm going to kind of like put my hand on it and like just feel the cold steel of it, and be like, okay, just like we just gotta do this one. All right, we just gotta get it. We just gotta get it going.
That is a
14 to
hit.
Oh, okay. So it's always two-handed. So that's 8 piercing. Because it's got Hexblade's Curse, it does an extra 2 for 10. And then I'll roll
count
the
that
D.
6 that was rolled earlier for the
Okay,
necro.
so 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's it.
All right. Yeah, this creature is now just almost deflating. It's not pretty, but you think you've mostly defeated it. It's probably going to try and turn tail and run if you let it. But Miltiades, I'll let you make that decision.
Well, we are out here fishing.
I don't know if we want to eat that thing.
Yeah.
He's delicious and scampy.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. I'll hold my action and yeah, I'll wait to see if it attacks again. And I guess I don't want to like necessarily explode it while Captain Eddie's on there.
That's a good point. So, all right, you hold your action. The creature detaches from the boat and just kind of makes a big splash in the water that kind of pushes the boat away just a little bit. And Captain Eddie is on this beast. You're a little waterlogged as it kind of like dips into the ocean and then like its buoyancy comes back. But it is like very feebly trying to like paddle its way away from all of you, and it's like very weakly trying to like shake you off, but not terribly effectively. Captain Eddie, as you're on this thing and Telecom is next, do you try and like signal Telecom to come and get you? Do you want Telecom to maybe like attack this thing?
I'm gonna say, yeah. Can I get him to attack this? I would imagine you'd see me kind of standing on top of it, like kicking it with my heel, trying to do some extra damage.
Okay. All right. So Telecom attacks and misses somehow.
Still got him in trouble.
Edward Crow, what would you like to do? You think that you could end this creature's life, that is to say this massive sea beast.
All right.
What would you like to do?
Since I'm at point blank range, oh God, do I just shoot it in the head or should I stab it? I'm going to try and hit it with the musket. So if my musket's a single hand weapon and I'm that close, am I able to do like a musket as the primary and a dagger as a secondary kind of thing?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going for that because I'm going to try and pop him in the back of the head.
Can you just have a bayonet?
I have a rapier and a. Okay, so oh man.
All right, that is okay. You managed to shoot this thing, and you kind of hit this like thick, like layer of carapace, and open it up to where you see like a nerve cluster, and you dig your dagger right into it, and the beast just like goes stiff and then starts sinking into the water. You think that you have finally defeated this thing, and Telecom seems to be fairly happy with that, and is just kind of like swims over to you and nuzzles you like with appreciation, and then takes you back over to the boat.
Okay.
Oh.
We'll throw old Captain rope to get it back up, I guess.
Oh man, my beautiful Lufa,
Yeah, she took a beating.
the finest vessel in all the seas.
So you all make it to the island that is said to contain the shrine. You see some really creepy things when you get there. So I am going to see if I can find. I'll just draw this because I think it'll take less time. But basically, when you get to the shore, and I'm just going to do this kind of abstractly, you see these weird, like creepy alien eggs, and they're like they are this big. They're like, so big you could probably fit one on the ship only. They would be like huge as a category. And you see like maybe 6 of these things. The 6th one you come across is hatched.
Oh.
And you think that's where this thing came from.
Okay.
Oh shit.
This island that is supposed to rid us of our curse is also infested with hell shrimp.
And for as far as we can see, there's only 6 of them, right?
Yeah, 5 that are unhatched at this moment.
Do I know if on this ship, do we have any like casks of like gunpowder?
I would say probably a little bit, yeah.
Like enough to wire up 5 eggs with explosives?
If you were to take the time to push them all together, probably.
Okay. And so we're gonna spend some time on this island or this area, right? So
Yeah.
First idea.
And I figured like, so you're gonna have a lot of fun trying to figure out what to do with these eggs, but I figured that was gonna be a good place to stop. So that we wouldn't, because I'm sure if we were here like figuring out like over easy, scrambled, I don't know, it would be
Yeah. An omelet.
Thanks.
You know. Shrimp omelet, man.
shrimp omelet.
But I'm just leaving it as creepy alien eggs on shore. 6th one is hatched. Edward wants to blow them up.
Hey,
Scrambled.
it worked. Hey, worked out just fine for John Hurt. Okay, right? I mean, I only saw the first like 20 minutes of that movie.
Yeah.
The
So-
rest of it turned out fine, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't worry about
he
it.
woke up and he had a nice lunch, and then I turned it off and
So that's our game for today. I figure we'll
Awesome.
stop there. We'll pick up next time as you're on this island trying to figure out what's the deal. Will you be able to remove curses and so on, and kind of go from there.
Ish, actually,
Yep.
real quick, as we were heading over to the island after we kill that thing, do I notice anything different about Cold Soul, like physically different after it absorbed the soul of the hell shrimp?
Yeah. So Cold Soul is true to its name, cold to the touch. Like it seems to have reacted to that somehow.
Okay, metal is naturally gonna, is gonna be kind of cool to the touch unless it's already warm.
It has a layer of frost on it.
Oh shit!
And although you are a
Yeah.
warforged, it's not like it's gonna hurt you. You won't get frostbite. It's noticeable,
Yeah, you can like scrape a little bit off with your fingernail, or
and then it'll come right back. Especially in the sea,
Oh.
humidity is ridiculous. So
oh man,
Cursed.
you can make
that's
ice
cool.
cubes all day.
Ice cube gun, sweet.
But all right, there we go. I'm just going to give my spiel so that I can stop the stream. Thank you everybody for watching. Please come back and watch. I think we're not going to stream tomorrow. I'll give a Twitter announcement about that. We will be back with Mega Man X4 next week. Hopefully we will conclude that so we can play Legend of Mana, which just came out as the remake. Is very pretty. But
Nice.
that is it, folks. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you are enjoying this either currently or in the future. And good night, everybody.